Hey everyone, welcome to Just Garaging It. If you're new to the channel, this is a pit bike build that I've been working on for a little bit. You could go back a couple of videos and check it out. This thing was absolutely trashed. I know it's been a while since we've been out in the shop. Things have been real busy, but this is what we got going on. I got the out today. I just did the headset, just greased all the headset up, took everything apart, cleaned everything up. Just got a new front fender on there. All the plastics came in. I ended up going with white. It was the easiest one to get, and I figured because it's Honda plastics, it's probably the best bet. It's the easiest way to build it, anyways. The orange is difficult. So we got this here. This is the new front fender. Oops, I'm gonna take the plastic off for you guys. Look at that, brand new. This thing's actually coming together pretty good. I'm gonna go with a different style number plate though, because this number plate just doesn't cut it. It's a really outdated number plate from like the early CRF 50s. So I'm gonna put either like a 70 or maybe one of the number plates off the Apollo, something a little more rounded that goes right to the fender. And in the last video, I guess you could see that this thing was pretty busted up. I got it all welded, everything's all reinforced. I don't know if you can see that, but it was broken right across here. Broken here, inside, and on the outside. So that's all reinforced, welded. Got the shock all cleaned up, and that's all ready to go. Everything's mounted. I can't mount the rear subframe until I get the engine in. And the engine needs a little bit of work. I got to get a plug for it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start pulling this exhaust off. Of course, we got one with a bolt, and we got one with a stud. Guessing they were in a pinch. Maybe the hardware store was closed. Who knows? We'll get it all fixed up though. I think we're gonna put a whole new exhaust on anyways. New exhaust, new studs. Check out what this thing needs. We're gonna have to do a oil filter for sure. See, there's a oil cooler line here. You can see it right here. We're gonna maybe put an external oil cooler, hook that up, get that working properly, because we're gonna need it. We're gonna put this bike through some abuse. It's gonna look nice, but it's actually gonna get used. Looks like this whole stud's coming out with it. It's coming though. This thing looks crusty. There we go. See that? Look at that. Looks a little bit right. On to the next part. Okay, so next up we're going to take off this intake in the carburetor. Curious to see what it looks like in there, because this thing hasn't ran in at least 7 years. So I'm curious to see what if this motor's even any good. Hopefully this motor's not junk, which is a good possibility. It could be. We'll see. It's going to be pretty bad to not be able to fix it though. But these motors, this 150 is supposed to make 12 horsepower from what I've been reading. 12 horsepower at 9,500 RPM. Which is pretty cool for a little pit bike. It should pull pretty good. Okay, got this thing almost off here. Imagine I'm probably gonna have to replace the carb too, because this has probably had bad fuel in it for 6-7 years. And what do you guys think? You think this intake here? Do you think I should paint it, or do you think that should be polished aluminum? Polish it right up. I'm definitely going to open up the inside a little bit. Maybe try and get a little bit better airflow in there. A little bit of porting, nothing crazy though. Okay. Pull this fuel line off of here. Ooh. That's that intake I'm talking about. Think this should be polished or just painted? It looks like this is a key hand carb. Okay, I'm gonna put that off the side. I'm gonna pull this other top cover here. See what this looks like in here. This motor stinks. After pulling it off, oh my God. I know you guys can't smell it out there, but it is not good. It is not good. Okay, look at that, eh? I'll show you guys a little bit of what I did here. Pulled the valve cover off. I guess the rocker box cover. Everything actually looks pretty good. Nothing's rusty in there. Got the one valve cover off. See, I don't know if you can see in the intake here. Let's see. See the valve there? Got a little bit of moisture around the valve, but that should be okay. It shouldn't do any damage. You should be able to run that out. The thing I'm real curious about is this thing right here. This big goober. It looks like there's some JB Weld, some RTV. I'm going to take that off. I'll show you guys in a couple minutes. And just like that, boom, we had some parts come in. Magic of film. It's been a week later. I finally got the right part. Had to order it off eBay. It was the only place I could find it at 21.5 millimeter. M21.5. 1.5 thread. So I cleaned all this up, got the right plug. So I'm going to pull this cover off now next and clean everything up, get it all painted, get the oil filter changed. Look at that. You need all kinds of clearance here because the cable runs right over top here for your clutch cable. So you have to have a special plug. It has to be low profile on the top and it has to be low profile on the bottom because the clutch is right there. Well, decided to pull this side cover off and check out what's going on. It's covering the clutch. Took that off and then I was like, oh, you know what? Let's take the oil filter out and take a look at it. And look at what I found. Look at all the junk in there. Oh yeah, that is not good. Look at this. Looks like coffee grounds. Oh, what that is clutch material. So then I pulled this clutch off, and this clutch is absolutely toast. So it looks like we're putting a clutch in this old girl. Not good. A little setback, but it'll end up being better in the end. And back to the bike over here. As you can see, it's got no brakes on it. The brakes are toast. It needs everything. It needs master cylinders. So I'm going to order all new brake levers, all new brakes for the bike, front and rear. I got the tires out right now, getting new tubes put in them because both tires were flat, of course. This thing was trashed. So hopefully get the tires back tomorrow and then it'll start looking like a dirt bike. Well, keep on following for the build. We're gonna have updates sooner than this. This is the longest part of it here. So anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe and like.